Hello everybody and welcome to another video in the Aerosoft Airbus A320. Today we are on the ground at Luton. Once again I've flown from Luton a couple of times now and it's quite a nice airport, so I thought I'd fly from there again. But we're in a different livery today, a different airline. We're in the Wizz Air airline, as you can see here. I've never flown Wizz Air in real life. I don't know what they're like. They're it's an interesting name, a bit of an abnormal name, and colour scheme, although it sort of appeals to me a little bit. But yeah, they operate quite heavily out of Luton. I didn't actually know this until I went to Luton in real life. I thought Luton was just packed full of EasyJets, as this scenery implies. These are static aircraft here. I thought it was just EasyJets and a few Ryanairs. But no, there's quite a few Wizz Airs at Luton actually. So I thought we'd do a Wizz Air flight today. As you can see, boarding is just finishing. So yeah, we are going to fly down to Split today. A320, obviously, as you can see, this is flight Wizz Air 7902 from Luton to Split. Flight time of exactly 2 hours apparently. 10 tons of fuel. Well, I've loaded bang on 10 tons. It said I needed a little under that, so I thought might as well round it up. Cruising at 330 today, no step climbs or anything. So yes, all is good. Departing on runway 26 with the match 1 Yankee departure. So yeah, as you can see, this has the sharklets. I really do like the sharklets in the Airbus, and they look pretty nice. None of these EasyJets, I think some EasyJets in real life have them, but none of these ones do, although they do have the new colour scheme. Which I've yet to fly actually. I should fly that for a video, the new colour scheme. Let's download that livery. Anyway, let's get in the flight deck. Okay, I thought boarding completed, but I can hear them getting on still. That's weird. Anyway, I'll start the APU and get that started. All the fuel pumps are on. I'll do a test, fire test. I rarely remember to do that. There we go. There we go. So now all the boarding is complete. It does say baggage loading in process, but I know that it's complete, and now it says boarding complete. So I can get all the doors closed. That's cargo as well. Nice. As always, this is UK 2000 Luton, and I have Aerosoft Split. We should be arriving around 5-ish. Yeah, let me check actually, because I am flying more or less in time with the real flight. Yeah, the real flight's scheduled to arrive at 6:15 their time, so it should be evening. Sun should just be beginning to set, but we've got lighting there because it's a P3D scenery. Anyway, I'm not going to call push and start yet. Oh no, actually I can, because the APR started. Put the bleed on, put the probe heat on, and now call push and start. I need to set the assurance point 8 up about there. We'll go to Charlie. And I need to reset GSX because it's done that annoying thing. Hate it when it does that. There we go. Here we go, right. So nose right. I know we don't want to start engines before. Big tug's coming into place now. Nice. I like it when we get a big tug like that rather than one of the little go-karts essentially. Nice. Oh, oops, my bad. There we go. I forgot to remove all the ground services. Okay, let's wait now. Okay. Needs a parking brake. Okay, we're good to start. So the bleeds are on, fuel pumps are on, APU's on, but beacon. There we go. And I can start engine 1. So I actually remember to do that this time rather than starting engine 2. Got into a habit of that. One thing I actually recently found out about the Airbus is I used to think that the throttles were linked to, even if you mapped 2 axes, they wouldn't work as 2 axes. But I recently found out that if you go in the Aerosoft configurator, you can set to have 2 independent throttles. So if I move my throttles, my physical throttles apart, I can do that. And I should have already done that with the engine that wasn't on, shouldn't I? But yeah, so they're independent now, which is really nice. But now I've got to lock them back together on the X55. Because if I don't lock them together, because they're not like in line, when I move them they'll get out of sync like that. So yeah. Okay, it's good starting engine 1, so parking right now. And good start engine 2. Bit of a weird pushback, bit of a sloppy job, GSX. Open the window. Shout at him. What are you doing, mate? Oh, God, that's weird. Walk through the camera, essentially. So, engine 2 is now starting. Just wait until this gen light goes out. I'll get the flight controls page up so we can test them. We need 0.8 trim, no, wrong way. There we go, 0.8, not 0.9. Controls full left, check. Full right, check. Center, check. Full up, check. Full down, check. Rudder left, rudder right. Center, yep, they're all good. Put that on the doors page. Okay, let's go start on both engines. We can put the starter to off, and the bleed off, and the APU off. And nose and turn off on, because we should be taxiing now. Have a good trip. Right, we're good to go. Taxi, very simple. We're on 2.6, so it's just up here, round here, onto a taxiway, then backtrack up the runway. You'll see. I know Luton quite well. And a bit of power to get moving. I was actually surprised at how short this flight was, because if you look at it compared to like Athens, which takes about 3 and a bit hours, or Antalya, which takes getting on for 4 hours, then I'd have thought it'd take roughly the same time, because it's not too far from them. Split's in Croatia, a bit north of them, but I don't know why I thought it would take that long, because I mean, it's a relatively large distance away. I just don't think of it as being a large distance. I'm not really familiar with the geography of Eastern Europe, and I'm not following text on here. Yeah, I know Western Europe well, obviously, because that's where I live. But I don't really know Eastern Europe that well. And it's a lot more complicated. There are a lot more small, broken up countries. I mean, like, physically broken up. Because I think they used to be part of the Soviet Union. And they became independent. Okay, let's go past the EasyJet hangar here. Nice. A lot of people ask, someone asked on stream I think, why I have my views zoomed in so much. And the reason is because, as you may know, my eyes are quite bad. And if I have it zoomed out, I really can't read these numbers. Well, that may sound a bit weird, but my eyes are really that bad. So I have to have it zoomed in. And I think it adds to the immersion when you have it zoomed in. Maybe it's just me. I don't know, but probably just me. Okay, flaps 2 set. Okay, we can taxi up here. I don't have the charts open because there's no control, and I know Luton. I don't know the taxiway names, but I know where I'm going. Okay, flaps 2. They've been extended to flaps 2. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. We're going to take off config check. Yep, that's normal. Good. I'm taxiing a bit slow. Some biz jets there. I think a lot of biz jets operate out of Luton, because London airport is relatively small, so they don't go in the way of airliners. Well, not as much as like Heathrow or Gatwick. Okay, I'm going a bit quick here. Slow down for the turn. Stick landing lights and, well, lights on because we are going on to an active runway. Although we are backtracking. I think this thing has CFMs, doesn't it? Oh no, they look like IAEs actually. It probably could get away with not backtracking, but I'm just going to do it to be safe. I don't think a CFM A320 could though. I don't know. I suppose it's not. I suppose you don't backtrack that much, so it's not really that much of an advantage. When I've been flying out of Luton with control, they do ask you if you want to backtrack those, so I presume A320s can go straight from there rather than backtracking, but I always like to do it, because Luton is a very short runway. That's why you have to use toga as well. Okay, sorry, I think I actually just pressed my reverser button there. Okay. Swing it out, try not to get on the grass.
On runway 08.
Okay, good to take off. Start the clock.
On runway 26.
And split, here we come. If I line up properly, yep. Okay. 50% stable and toga. Accelerates so fast in toga. $100 knots. V1. Rotate. Very nice. Buzz the rate, gear up. Follow the flight director. I have actually got this is an update for the A320. They updated it. Well, they updated all their software buses. And they improved the fly-by-wire system, so I'm still getting used to it, but I do think it feels a lot nicer to fly. It seems to stay where you put it, like the real one would. So yeah. Okay. Ooh. There we go, climb for a set. Nose down a bit more. Flaps 1. Can put autopilot 1 on now. Flaps up. And might as well just turn all these lights off because it's daytime. That's all good. That is us away. It's going to go straight up to 330, which also means we can go to standard already because we're going up to a flight level. We can disarm this speed brake. Auto brake already has disarmed itself automatically. And that's us away. I don't know if you notice any difference in the scenery. I've disabled my FTX England because I was getting issues with loading it. Well, it was at night mainly. The night lighting was really patchy, so I thought I'll disable it and see how it looks. And I really haven't noticed much difference. When I'm not doing VFR, like, you can't really tell the difference, I don't think, between Open LC Europe and FTX England. So I'm keeping it disabled, and it's massively improved my performance. I can get quite a decent frame rate at Heathrow, which I couldn't really do before. So I'm glad I did. I've also increased my cloud density. I'm still on Active Sky Next. I still can't afford Active Sky 16. That is expensive, even with the upgrade. But I've increased my cloud density in the config. I upped. It was on 6, and I upped it to 12. I read somewhere on a forum. And it seems to have improved it. I was a bit skeptical as I use Active Sky, it might not do anything. But it seems to have done quite a good job. Look at that. Proper volumetric clouds. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Okay. Yep. Okay, so that's it from me until we're in the descent. Although as always there will be cinematics. That's a bit of a weird routing, like that. I think I'm just gonna go direct to Dover, to be honest. Skip all that out. Why not? Dover. There we go. Not direct to that one. But anyway, I will talk to you on the descent. So see you then. See what signs can come off now. Bye. Okay, so welcome back. We're in the descent. A slight interesting thing that's happened is that we are going to be landing on runway 23. And there's two approaches for runway 23. There's a VOR and there's a visual. And I thought, let's take a visual, why not? I've not really done a visual before. So yes, that's what we should be doing. I've planned this mess of things. I'll explain that in a second. I just want to put the perf information in. So 9,500 is the transition. 144 final approach speed. QNH currently is, where's the thing? So I'm just looking. There we go. I've got so many browser tabs open. Couldn't find the website that told me the meta. Standard, so 1013. Temperature is 30 degrees, very warm. Winds are 220 at 10 knots, so almost dead on headwind, which will be nice. And I'm not sure what the minimums is. It's very complicated, this approach, so I don't know what it is. I assume maybe it's 3,000. Looking at the information, so I'm just gonna put 3,000 in Barrow. Okay, we can go to local QNH, which is the same as standard. So yeah, we're gonna use Osprey medium, obviously, and I'll put the terrain on because that's very advisable when you're visually flying. Well, in quite hilly terrain. So yeah, I'll explain what's going on here. So, we are currently in... Actually, no, I was in my way. Wrong way. So, we are currently inbound to here, Lassel, When we get to Lassel, we will go to this point here, which is it's not an actual waypoint. It's just a various lines and circles and everything from the split waypoint, and another waypoint that's here. That I had to actually put this waypoint here in. It's called Rorke, although it doesn't show up as that on the FMC for some reason. I put that in as a name, but it still shows up as Papa Bravo Delta 01. Not sure why. So we're going to fly here, 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 and then round here to land. I'm not sure of the altitudes. I think you just sort of wing it because it's visual. It doesn't. There's no references on the charts. I've never really flown a visual approach like this before. Well, I have, but I've never like really tried to do it properly with fixes and stuff. These may be the wrong fixes I've put in, but it gives me an idea. This just for reference. It'll do the job. Need more drag. Okay, let's put a bit of speed brake out. Landing lights can come on. See what signs are already on. And yeah, I want to be at 3,000 when I get to here, and I'll start to bring it down. I think I'm going to take it manually when I get there. Yeah, that should be alright. So yeah, it's been a nice smooth flight, pretty uneventful. Croatian coast looks very nice. I have actually been to Croatia once, can't remember where I went. Maybe it might have been Corsica, that rings a bell, or it might be somewhere else, I don't know. But it was this small town I went to when I was on a cruise. It's a very nice place. Very hazy though today, that's going to be a bit interesting. I think it's okay for visual, but I should be able to manage it. Sometimes like this, the track IR really would be handy, but unfortunately my track IR is broken. I think I'm going to work on fixing it. Oh, QNH has gone out for some reason. That was weird. I must have accidentally knocked it. Not being in a full sim would really help here. You got to work what you've got. It's good so far. I'm going to bring the speed back actually. I'm going to bring it nice and slow to 200. Put quite a bit of speed brake out. All of it actually. I just want to be nice and slow in this turn. When I get to about here, I'm going to go to, I think I'll go to flaps 2 and gear down here. Then when I get to the other waypoint, I'll make sure I get to flaps full. Let's slow down naturally now. Okay, flaps 1. There's the airfield there. Nice. I'm going to head and select for the moment. Actually, I'll set 180. I'll arm the speed brake. Go to flaps 1. And I think I will take it manual. Now I just need to position my chair and everything. I want to be in the correct, comfortable position while I'm doing this. Okay. My aircraft. Okay, let's bring it around. What I'm going to do is put the speed down to the final speed, like so. And then knock the auto throttle out. There we go, so now I have control. I find it actually easier if I have full control. Stops me having to fiddle about with the dials. And I may be flying this incorrectly, so yeah, sorry. It's just a sim. I am learning after all. Flaps 2. Yeah, took this a bit wide.
Minimum
Landing.
2,500.
flight director out as well. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. That. Just so I can focus. Flaps 2. Gear down. Wait, flaps gone to full? What? Oh, I was already at flaps 2. My bad. Flaps 3. I'm just going to go ahead and go to flaps 4 so I can focus on flying the plane. We're on the downwind now. Got a lot of power to get around here. I'm not sure what the airport elevation is. Okay. Let's just fly visually. So we're all fully configured to land, so I can just focus now. I must say this fly-by-wire feels a lot nicer. They've done a good job on the update. I don't want to be too low. I sometimes make that mistake. And we want to be 4.6 as we turn in onto finals. I'm technically on finals now, but you know what I mean. There's the town of Split down there. A few places like this I'd like to try flying into the videos, like Madeira, Samos. That was a scenery that recently released. So if you enjoy seeing this type of thing, do tell me. Whoa, we're climbing. Okay, begin to turn now. Yeah, you start that turn where you're right over this land here. Let's see on the chart. Tell me actually, when I do videos like this in future, would it help, well, like when I'm doing a challenging approach, would it help if I overlaid the chart on the screen, just like in the corner or something? Or would you prefer it to not be there? I mean, I've not done it this time because of immersion, but if you'd prefer that, do tell me. Okay, round here we go. Where's the runway? I'm actually leaning in now. There it is. A bit high. Around here now. Whoa. Picked up a lot of speed there. I have to keep it idle for the moment. Should be alright. There we go. Those big window poles make it really hard. We don't want to cut it too short. I do that a lot when I'm doing approaches like this. 1000. End up cutting it too short and turning too close to the runway. Here we go. Ugh. Need to get the rudder in here just to
400.
not slip over too much to the right. I think I just about managed that there. Ah. No, look, but it's okay. Just.
Speed.
Shut up.
Speed. 100. Speed.
My bad.
70. 60. 50.
Uh.
40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard.
Okay.
5.
We're down. Bloody hell. That's quicker than I was expecting. That was a slam. Oh well. Challenging approach, you know. .60 knots, manual braking, reverses retract. Oh well, I don't think I did too bad today. It was my first time ever landing there. Let me know in the comments how you think I did. Where should we park? We'll park stand 4. Why not? Right, okay. Oh my god, where? I don't think that was the right turn off for me. Oh no, no. I just didn't follow the line that well. Okay, flaps up. Versus retract. Sorry, not reverses, speed brakes retract. Should I taxi here? Do you, I think I go around here, don't I? Yeah. I'm not sure how I park either. Yeah, I don't think I did too bad there. I'm a bit low towards the end because of the speed. I let the speed drop. But as for flying, I don't think I did too bad. Okay, so how do I park here? Oh, I think I just pull in. It's quite simple actually. Is this speed brake? No, it's disarmed. Good. And the APU is started. So on stand we go. Ooh, God. Actually get it accurate. No, further over here. Okay. Come on, put your hands together. Ooh, nearly. Yep. Okay. Parking brake set. Engines off. We'll release everybody. These lights can come off. Fuel pumps can come off. Beacon can come off. We'll get all this. Ground power on. Got the APU. Probe heat can come off. And our request deboarding. And open the doors. And a motorbike just went by. There we go. That is us down in Split. And that was a very enjoyable flight. An interesting landing. I hope you enjoyed. And if you want to see more like this, do tell me. And remember to tell me if you want me to overlay the charts on the screen when I do a challenging approach. So yeah, that was flight Wizz Air 7902, Luton to Split, and it was very enjoyable. So I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.